Hey, you guys. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about drink dates and dates in general, and also what to do after your date and how to act. So, first of all, drink dates. This is always like a big deal because, there's so much stigma around it. And then I find like people don't want to go on drink dates for some reason where you're having like wine or something like that because they feel like it's a cheap cop out. And let me tell you why it's not. So, drink dates are, for me, they're always a win because, first of all, like, you don't have to see them for a long time. My rule for drink dates is no more than 3 drinks and no longer than 2 hours of being there. That's enough time to get to know me. It's a quick date, and I can be on my way to doing something else, maybe going on another date or going to meet up with my girls. So that, I love it. I love drink dates. Also, I like drink dates because I like to loosen up a little bit on the first date because I'm just a uptight person. Like, I'm just an uptight person, and I need me a glass of wine. I need him to give me a glass of wine so that I can like relax a little bit. So, I also think that people are against drink dates because they're like, oh, well, if he's not buying me dinner, then he's cheaping out or whatever. Let me tell you something. If a drink date is going really well, like legit, I wouldn't even say 9 times out of 10, but 8 times out of 10, it's going to turn into a food date because the person's going to be like, okay, well, let's go get some food now. Are you hungry or something like that? Like, do not be deterred by somebody asking you on a drink date, okay? Unless you are what they like to call lightweight, where you get too drunk too easily. It's definitely not a good idea for you to go on drink dates if you get like drunk super easily. For me, I could legit drink a lot of wine. Like, I think I can do like 5 glasses of wine before I start like being buzzed because, first of all, I'm a big girl. Secondly, like, I stay hydrated so much, and it's kind of hard to keep that down. It's kind of hard to like break that down for me. I don't know. I've always had a high tolerance. Probably runs in my family. I don't know, but I always had a high tolerance for like wine and everything. Um, I think also like drink dates are less formal, and I think more people should take advantage of that because um if it's something that's just quick, like, hi, get to know you, ask you a few questions about yourself, or maybe them asking you all the questions about yourself, and just having a great drink while you're out with somebody new. It can be like just a hangout type of thing. Like, oh, I just wanted to go have drinks with someone tonight because I didn't have any plans, but I wanted to hang out and have fun with someone tonight. Drink dates are fine. Now, what is not fine is coffee dates because I'm personally against getting dressed up and going across town for some coffee. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't do that with my friends. I like to drink my coffee at home anyway, and it's just like it's a little cheap. And I've heard a lot of bad things from my clients who did go on coffee dates before me about how these guys turned out to be even more entitled than the ones that asked you out for drinks. And that's usually how it goes. When you go for the cheap stuff, they will try to cheap you out even further. And I feel like it's also sending a message to them that, yes, I will show up for these cheap days because I'm desperate for some attention. Because let me tell you something. A lot of us are using apps, right? And you do not want to send a message to a person on an app that they can plan something so lackluster that it's literally just asking you to a coffee shop than a nice place like a wine place or somewhere where it's wine tastings or something like that, because you really just want to meet somebody and get out the house that badly. you know, and it's okay. Just tell them you don't drink coffee. No, you do not meet for coffee because that's something you do for an interview, just anything like that. Because I'm telling you, a lot of these guys, they found out that women were meeting people for coffee and they were like, oh, jackpot. Now I don't even have to spend any money to go and to get girls to come out. And it doesn't get you far. It really does not get you far. There's like the coffee date thing. I feel like it's a lot like that. Like how people like there's an exceptions to the rules where there are some guys who will take you out on coffee and then do something even nicer after, but you cannot expect that from every guy, because a lot of guys really are just taking women out for coffee because they're trying to sleep with them after the date. Trust me, I've heard it all, you know. And you just want to make sure that you are sending the right message when you're meeting up with these people, you know. So your time is valuable. They should plan something nice and way better than just some coffee date, and you're worth it. So that's just how I feel about drink dates. And now what do you do after dates? After dates, you want to relax back because now you've met them. Now you want them to show you that they're interested in taking you out on another one, because what I find is that a lot of people start almost committing to these guys after the first date, like they don't have to do much extra to get your time. And that's why I say cut that drink date down to like less than 2 hours and get up out of there, because if you want him to spend more time with you, then you need to make sure that he knows that you will make more time for him when he plans out even something even better, something more extensive than just some drinks, you know. And this is what was I about to say about that? Oh, so you don't want to be committing to guys after one day. It's really not it. You don't start texting them and blowing them up. First of all, you shouldn't have all of your eggs in one basket for a 2-hour date. That's a no. That will not get you that far, you know, unless you live in those really country places where a lot of people tend to commit a little bit faster. In the big cities and busier cities and stuff, people, that's not a win for you. Like, you want to make sure that they are putting in the right courtship and proper time, invest in the proper time and trying to court you and make you feel special so that you can put them first, you know, so that you can prioritize them because they're showing you that they are prioritizing you, you know. You don't want to sit there and make your final decision off of one date or a coffee date or a drink date or anything like that, because it's not cute. You know, you want them to value what they have earned, you know. So after that first date, you let them pursue you. You let them text you, and if they're texting you talking about sexual stuff, or when you're going to allow them to come over, when are you going to cook for them, any of that stuff, you already know this guy wants the most for nothing, and that's somebody you do not want to be involved with, because it's just going to be like pulling teeth to get him to do normal things throughout the whole time that you're seeing him. So yeah, make sure they know that you are unavailable unless he's making time or planning things that are proper courtship, because you're worth it and you're special and they should treat you that way. It's important. So that's how I feel about dates, and that's exactly what you should do after dates. No texting back super fast, none of that committing to them because they took you on one date, or treating them like a boyfriend because they took you on a date or something. No. You don't want to do that. You're worth more than that, and you are worth the wait, and you're worth the courtship. So yeah, that's what those are my views on the on dating. We're going on drink dates and what you should do after dates. And you guys can always comment below, tell me your experiences. You can comment on my Instagram or on my Twitter. My new Twitter at Imani_Yvonne2, and my Instagram at Actual Black Mermaid, and tell me all about it. And I love you guys, and have fun on your dates.